I came to bring the pain.
Yeah, it's that boy Treezy here. How's it going, people? I hope you've all smashed mission 3 without too much trouble. We're about to do the same thing to mission 4. I'd personally say it's an easier mission than mission 3, slightly more consistently hectic, but nothing major challenging. It's the boss that used to screw me over on this level so many times, but I'll get into that more at that stage of the video. So straight away, you're very kindly given the camel to aid you in your mission here, and obviously, you know what I mean, whenever you've got the gun like that that can fire in any direction, it's a beautiful thing for the ground anyway. But it's a good it's like a good version as well. You can see that each bullet is kind of fat, kind of wide, you know what I mean, so that's obviously a good thing. If you checked out my video, the throwback Thursday edition of Metal Slug 3, you would have seen it at this level. I kind of like ejected the camel by mistake. The reason I did that was because obviously I pressed shoot and jump at the same time. So obviously try and avoid doing that whenever I'm calm and I have to jump, you know what I mean. I just quickly let go of X just for a second, you know what I mean, and then jump. At the time I was panicking a bit and I was like, ah shit, bam, X and air, camel fucked off. Still survived though. I was quite impressed with myself with that. But obviously, just, you know, the camel, like, you can take your time when you've got the camel, because obviously you can see here now soldiers behind me, soldiers in front of me, you know, planes above me, tanks in front of me. You just gotta chill. The only main threat there was the tanks, you know what I'm saying, because the planes, you shouldn't have to be jumping over the rockets. You should be taking out the rockets, their fire, like, quickly as possible, efficiently, you know what I'm saying. But obviously the shells that the tank fire are not destroyable, you know what I mean. So your priority there is to shoot the tanks, keep an eye on enemy soldiers coming behind you, obviously just back the camel up into them, spin the gun round quickly if necessary, you know what I mean. If soldiers throw grenades, obviously to put the arc on it, they make it like rainbow arc style. You've got plenty of time to just move slightly to the right, slightly to the left. It's nothing, you know what I mean. If you're just calm, keeping it cool in during those sections, during that section, you're laughing, you know what I'm saying. Now, catching back up with the video here, this route, this path is the easiest by far. The other two paths, I will do videos for them. I'm not going to promise flawless runs of those paths because they're insane, you know what I mean. They really up the difficulty of this level, and obviously this is why I always take this path. Before you come in the doorway where the soldiers were running out of when we was in the desert, where you unfortunately have to leave the camel and the fireball guy behind, you can go up the slope and carry on that way and fight against loads of plants. I don't think you can actually take your camel up that part either, as well as the fireball guy. Or instead of going down the kind of grid doorway that we came down here, you can go straight on from that part, and that's where you fight. I think it's like Lord of Egyptians or something, or some guys, suicide guys. But anyway, it's been a while since I've been down those paths. But like I said, I'll get videos up and talk more about those paths as I go down them next time. But obviously this path, all you're doing mainly is just fighting those kind of maggot things and them lobsters, and it's nothing. If you die, I mean, to be honest, if you die during this part, you should be ashamed of yourself. I'm just going to say how it is, you know what I mean. Eventually you'll come to the drill slug. Really good machine to use, actually. I quite like it. You'll also come against the snails and the kind of massive maggots. Obviously you're going to see it anyway, but again, you know what I mean, I did used to die Excuse the pause that I had to nip out at the time. But anyway, I used to die at this part because again, I didn't use my special attack. I don't know why I always had that habit, but basically, each time that they spawn, just press your Y button and the drill at the front of the machine like springs out. Good distance on it. You know what I mean? It pretty much nails them in one shot. Obviously, you're putting your normal machine gun fire into them as well, so you're laughing. You know what I mean? If one of them sometimes will be able to get its kind of weird shots off, because it's like some horrible yellow thing comes out of its like shoot, and it starts firing like shit off it. You'll see it anyway. If you get in that situation, don't shoot. Obviously, let go of your shoot and press A, and it makes the drill machine kind of like rise up, not jump, but the wheels stay on the ground, but the thing rises up to like almost like hits the roof. You know what I mean? And it can't any attacks that go between the body of the machine and the wheels don't actually hit you. You know what I mean? That's not a hit area anymore. Um, I wish I'd done it in the video so I could explain it better, but you know what I mean? Hopefully you'll be firing non-stop. Obviously using the drill as necessary, and it shouldn't get to that stage, but on the rare occasion it does. Oh, catch my breath. Anyway, coming through this section now. Piss. One thing here, as you can see, the enemy chaser is available to pick up. That's what I like to do. Get out of the machine, pick it up, and save it for the boss. I mean, it's probably not going to be your first playthrough of this mission right now, so you'll know what the boss is. I like the chaser because obviously it homes in on the boss's target. It does its own thing. So for this part, for me, it's screw the heavy machine gun and screw the lasers that the POWs try and offer you. The laser is actually the most powerful weapon you can get against the boss by far, but obviously it only shoots in a straight line. You know what I'm saying? So unless it's underneath you, unless the boss is directly above you, you know what I mean? A lot of the time you're just having to dodge his attacks more than you can attack him. So here's the example anyway. I've got 50 rockets on the enemy chaser, and obviously as you can see there, it doesn't matter where he's moving to, he's still going to get hit. Now for this part, I always stop shooting because you've got to focus. You know what I'm saying? In the throwback Thursday, I died at that part, and I was pretty cheesed off because I could have actually dodged it watching it back, to be honest. Excuse me. But if an opportunity comes where you are able to pick up another weapon, you know what I mean, make sure you use the ammo that you've got left in the weapon that you've already got equipped. You know what I'm saying? Because every bullet's going to count. You know what I mean? And then obviously he's got a few different attacks that he uses. Those dogs, wolves, whatever they are, just jump as they come in for the final dive. They'll spin around. Well, you can see it now. Oh, maybe not. But basically, they'll come out, go up, come down, spin around, and then they dive. It's that moment as they're coming down for the dive that you need to jump and avoid the harmful kind of explosion. When he does his sweeping attack, the blue smoke that like goes from one side of the screen to other, you do have to jump off the actual platform and back onto it. You know what I mean? You can drop to your death off either side, so you got to jump and come back. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, good luck guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the final mission.